Yo, Peace is J.DePina's producer series. And today, I got a brother, a living legend. A living legend. And I use that word legend, but a legend still doing his thing. Brother, I was just talking to my man Rick, a DJ from around the way, DJ Inf Rock. I grew up with him. He's the one that got me into making beats. And I remember first hearing Original Flavor with him in the basement.
Wow.
All right. I remember hearing In My Lifetime, the original In My Lifetime, produced by Ski in the basement.
Yeah, that was my first Jay-Z record right there.
Yes, sir. Was that on Payday?
I think so. Yeah.
Because on the cover, it had the champagne bottle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. Camp Low. The man that scored these two brothers. That was a score. That was like a movie to me. Camp Low, Ski Beatz on the beats. It was a movie. I got the brother, again, living legend, the Smack Pack man himself, Ski Beatz in the building.
Hey.
Yo, what's good, brother?
Man, everything is good, man. I'm just, just keeping it moving. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. That's all we could do, brother.
Sure.
Yo, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, man. I always say this in the beginning of my, in the interviews. I ask the same questions to everybody, man, because everybody's got a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you grew up in North Carolina, correct?
Greensboro, baby.
Greensboro. And now growing up, and like, did you grow up there? Like, was it like from a child to like a teenager, or was it something like you moved to New York later?
I'm originally grew up, born and raised North Carolina. Shit, man, that's the place that birthed me. That's the place that gave me my skills right there. Started with a local group called the Busy Boys.
Yes,
that was like my initiation into the to hip hop. Hooked up with some good fellas, man. Rest in peace, Dana Lucci. My man Rhythm Fanatic, he the one that taught me how to make beats on the SP1200. Oh. He was actually my producer. I was just rapping back then, but he taught me the SP1200. And it was like I was in school for a couple of years. When I finally decided to move to New York, I was ready. You know what I mean?
Right. And at what age did you move? You moved to Harlem? Was it Harlem, Manhattan?
Yeah, I moved to Harlem first. I think I was like maybe 21, maybe 22, something like that.
So the Busy Boys started in NC.
Yeah.
And you started, and you produced that whole first project, right? Correct, right? You produced that. No,
I was just rapping. I was
just rapping.
Yeah.
So Original Flavor, that started in New York, 91, 92?
Something like that, yeah. I'm not sure dates, but yeah.
Right, and that's when you produced that whole album.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. Exactly. Like, like I said, Busy Boys was like, they taught me. You feel me? They taught me how to structure songs. They taught me about, bars and choruses and things like that. And when I moved to New York, I just, translated that over to Original Flavor.
That's dope, man. And that's, Can I Get Open?
Mm-hmm.
That was, Can I Get Open? You know it. That joint was dope. And then, and the remix was with Jay, right? Because you guys had the original, and Jay jumped on the remix. And so you said, so your first piece of equipment was the SP1200? Is that what that was your first piece of equipment?
That was my first piece of equipment, man. My mom, it's funny because I was actually in college down in North Carolina, and I told my mom to save her money. If she got me an SP1200, I'll go hard and do my thing. And she's, my mom believed in me 100%. She actually got the SP1200 on layaway. Took a couple of weeks, but when I got it, I was on it every day, man.
That's beautiful, man. Especially when a parent believes in the child, you know what I mean? And look at, you know what I'm saying? Look what you did, man. Classics upon classics, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So like I seen a video years back, man. It has to be over 10 years when you said you made my favorite record Unreasonable Doubt, Dead Presidents 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We know the sample. Okay, it was the Ahmad Jamal, correct? Ahmad Jamal, the
Nah, that was Lonnie Liston Smith, I think.
Lonnie Liston. Okay, all right, my bad. Boom. But did you make that beat in front of Jay? Was that something that you just made? It was like, all right, I'm gonna show this to this brother.
Nah, you know, it's funny because when I made the beat, it really wasn't for Jay. I made the beat because I was inspired by Pete Rock's song with Nas, "The World Is Yours."
Wow.
When I heard, and you know, the pianos and the way it made me feel, I'm like, yo, I want to make a beat like that. So I went home, started digging, found the Lonnie Liston joint, and I took Nas vocals and I threw it on top just to hear how Nas would sound over. And I'm like, yeah, this is that vibe. But first, you know, it's funny because the first person to rap on that beat was Mace.
Wow.
But Mace, he didn't really, you know, he didn't kill it. So
is that when he was with like Big L and Cam and all them?
Yeah, Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn.
Yeah, Big L and my man Murder, man, rest his soul. Yeah, they used to all the time. I was doing joints for them. I let Mace hear it. He was on it. Like I said, he was cool, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't that World Is Yours Nas vibe. And then I played it for Jay. And, you know, he liked the beat. Then when the Nas chorus came in, I said, oh, I'm going to take that out. Don't worry about it. He said, nah, keep that in there. I want that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yo, classic.
Yeah,
and you did a few other joints on the 222s.
22s, feeling it.
22, Politic as usual. Yeah, Politic as usual. And
feeling it.
I'm feeling it. Yeah, man. So you had 4 classic records on that classic album.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
That's dope, man.
Same time we was working on Reasonable, I was doing Uptown Saturday Night. So I had both studios in D&D booked up. I was doing Camp Low in Studio B, Jay-Z in Studio A, running back and forth, working on tracks same time. It was crazy.
So dope, man. And yo, I want to get into that with the Camp Low. You know, when did you meet them guys, and when did you say, oh yeah, man, I this is something right here. I know I could do something. Yeah,
I met I moved to the Bronx. I was living with this girl and her mother and her brother at the time on 197th and Valentine. And Suede Geechee, he was from that block, and he knew that I was dating a girl there, and the girl knew him. And you know, we was already doing the original flavor thing, so he caught the video on Video Music Box, and he asked, you know, I know he's rap. I want to meet him. Boom, boom. So she introduced me to him. He was a kid. I think when I met Suede, he was like 16. Wow. And he said, yo, I want to rap, boom, boom, boom. So I heard him rap. He was all right, but I liked his voice and I liked his style. You know, his style and his slang was wild. I'm like, yo, y'all, you know, this is kind of crazy. Right. So I took him to Clark Kent's house, recorded a song with him. What was the name of the song? I Heard You Could Rhyme, Kid. Yeah, I Heard You Could Rhyme, Kid. That was the name of the song. We recorded that. It was cool. Then I lost touch with him for like a year. And a year later, he got back at me and he had Chiba with him. They said, yo, this is my man Chi. We trying to do a group. We want you to produce it. So, you know, they rapped and the tones and what they was doing. I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. And I knew they was on that Blaxploitation kit. And they had I think their original name was CeeLo, like Dice. And I said, that's tight, but you guys need to change your name because, you know, in other states, they don't really know anything about CeeLo. You know what I'm saying? So they changed the name to Camp Low. And shit, after that, man, we got busy, bro. We was just in my crib every day. We was doing like 3-4 songs a night every day, nonstop. Bro. So we got what we wanted. That album, Uptown Saturday Night. That's a marriage, man. Like when you know, with MC, producer, you know, Gangstar, Guru Premier, Pete Rock, CL. You know what I'm saying? That album, like how you said, their voice, their sound, their style, their cadence to the beats that you were creating. Back then, you know, the producer lived with the artist. You know, it was like, you know, we was trying to create a movie, a theme, a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about, I'm gonna sing you some tracks, you write something, then you know it is what it is. No, I got into their psyche, they got into my psyche. We was together every day, from eating Chinese food to going out to clubs. You know, we was just vibing. It wasn't all about music, it was all about life. And then when we got home, we were throwing some blaxploitation flicks, laugh. Then we get inspiration and we start making joints like that.
So dope, man. That was a movement right there. And then I mean, you continue to make music with them because I know you guys released something like maybe 5 years ago. Right? Was it like 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago? You guys, I can't even think of the name of the album. You produced the whole joint because I remember seeing the video when they were on the train, right? They had the video. Yo,
that was the you know what? That was the demo that we submitted to Pro, got them the record deal, but we never used those songs. We recorded all new songs. So we just put the demo out. They did well. People was fucking with it too.
That was so dope, man.
Yeah.
That was so dope, man. Yeah. The video there on the train and the spit. That was a dope little LP, bro.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Yo, brother, listen, I want to get to the Smack Pack series, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're on volume 100,000 now? 120,000 now?
Man, yo, we're on volume 13.
13, huh?
Yeah, still going strong, man. You know, it's all about the culture. It's all about, giving producers exposure. It's all about meeting new producers. It's all about networking. It's all about everybody just, sharpening each other's swords and just meeting and just, you know what it is. We have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And you're giving people opportunity with the acapellas too. You know what I mean? Like, yo, put this on top of the beat that you're creating. Like, that's so dope, man. You're doing something dope for the producer community. Because sometimes I feel like, as a producer, I mean, we don't get to like work with like that. I mean, there's back in the 90s when I first started, there was a handful of producers around New England. Now, just in New England alone, there's thousands. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you're giving them an opportunity. You're giving people around the world an opportunity to be like, yo, you could spit. I mean, you could make a beat and have this 16 real quick and show me what you got. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a beautiful thing you created right there, bro, man. And you're a pioneer that, you know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people trying to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a dope thing. Me personally, man, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it. But man, I'm always like on this machine, man. I people might see me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I have like a self-conscious thing, bro. It's weird, man. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep it for myself. I'm gonna keep it for myself.
Yeah, I get it.
But I've been hearing a lot of people doing their thing with that Smack Pack series, bro.
Yo, man, I met a lot of producers, man, like from Soundtrack to Theory Hazard to you. A lot of people, man, that just came out of nowhere that's so fire. And what I love about this community, man, and what makes this community dope to me is like, if you're a sample-based producer, it ain't a lot of stuff for us to do. You know what I mean? And we underground again. We're not the mainstream cats right now. And just to have something to do and just to have, a way for people to hear what you're doing, man. And it's amazing, man. It's just so many dope people, bro. It's so many dope young cats. It's just inspiring me every day just to get in the lab and create. You know what I mean?
That's so dope, man. Yeah. That's
back in the day, man. Back in the day, you heard something hot. You was like, oh shit, I gotta go make something. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's a power move that you did right there, brother, for sure. Man, definitely a power move.
That wasn't me. That was God. That was the pandemic and just not having nothing to do and just say, you know what? Let's just have some fun. And it just turned into a real thing, man.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And yo, brother, like, how do you stay creative? Like, even like how you said during the pandemic, I mean, obviously you started Smack Pack, but what keeps you going, bro? I mean, you've been in the game now for over 30.
Man, I like to learn new stuff, man. I mean, it's not really all about beats for me. I'm like, I do the modular thing. I'm learning how to play different instruments. And it ain't all about me just making beats and trying to get placements and doing projects. It ain't about that at all. It's just about me learning what makes music tick. I'm really into that type of vibe. You feel me? So if I can always, right,
just creating,
just elevating. I told myself next year I might start posting beats back up and just let cats see where I'm at. You know what I mean? But
man,
I'm in the shed right now. I'm developing. You feel me?
Yo, bro, man, because you're a monster, man. Absolute monster, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yo, I got a couple of more questions, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, you've collabed with everybody from like starting with the original Flavor. I mean, you did joints with Fat Joe, Camp Low. What, Fat Joe with Nas on that, right? Who was that? That was Fat Joe.
Nas, Pun, Jadakiss, Raekwon. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a good one.
So I mean, I'm gonna ask you this question anyway.
Yeah.
Dream collab.
For me?
Yes, for you.
What?
What's a dream collab?
Wow.
Like Ski Beatz is gonna produce this whole album.
Well, I mean, you know what? It's funny you say that. Well, I mean, you know, I did a Big L album. It was almost done, but he passed. That was gonna be, that was gonna be crazy. And I was about to work with Biggie. That was gonna be wow. Shit. I think I could rock. I wanted to rock with Nas. I want to do a whole project with Nas because I know I can knock it out the park. J Electronica, I know I could kill that. You know what I mean? Wow, it's just, man.
Yo, the brother Paulo Brown said he wants to do a whole joint with J Electronica.
Yeah, man.
You guys need to talk about that. Apollo and Ski with J Electronica would be dumb.
Man, we can get J Electronica to come to the studio, man. You know,
right? Word up. Yo, that's dope, man. And yo, Ski, man, I got one more question for you. I always end it this way.
Yep.
Top 5 producers, Ski Beatz, top or influences. It could be anything. What's your top 5, you know, producers, motivation, whatever?
For me, Mark Spark, Rhythm Fanatic, Clark Kent, Pete Rock, Q-Tip.
Wow. Yo, that's a dope 5, man.
Yeah.
Dope 5. Q-Tip, yo, the thing with Q-Tip, I could actually see that. Like Q-Tip. And a lot of people don't think, like, because the first couple albums with Q-Tip, it was like produced by a Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
People did. Yo, me personally, you know, I'm 14 years old. You know, I'm reading the credits and I'm like, oh, I thought it was Ali Shahi Muhammad that was actually the producer, but it was Tip, bro.
It was Tip, yeah. It's funny because Tribe Called Quest, they introduced me to jazz. I didn't know anything about jazz music until I heard Tribe Called Quest. That's why a lot of that original flavor is jazz infused.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo, brother, man, listen, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you giving me, you know, a couple of minutes.
Yep. Now you got to give me some minutes. Jump in the Smack Pack. Jump in volume 14. We got my man 38 Special next.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Listen, volume 14, I'm definitely going to cop and I'm definitely going to do it, brother.
There we go. Yeah.
Yo, keep moving. Let's stay in touch, man. You know what I mean? We got our numbers connected now, and you know, I got your math, you got my math, and absolutely, man. I appreciate you, brother. It's nothing but love.
My man.
All right, man. Peace, brother.
Baby.
Peace.